Hello everyone, and welcome back to our final briefing. In our first two classes, we covered a variety of questions related to space weather and material science, covering a lot of ground without stopping for every detail. Today, I want to take a deep dive from space straight into our cellular system. I want to show you the questions that arise when we apply dimensional thinking to the very biology we live in. Before we get started, a quick disclaimer. I'm not asserting a final conclusion. I am simply proving that when we choose to think outside of vertical pathways, the scope of our questioning is limitless. So let's look at the foundations first.
And I'm glad I've been promoted to scientist-in-chief. Given my grades in physics, today I've invited some of the smartest people in the country. Ideas are what power our economy. Turn those inventions into successful businesses. And every dollar we spend to map the human genome has returned $140 to our economy. We can study particles smaller than an atom, but we still haven't unlocked the mystery of the 3 pounds of matter that sits between our ears. So today, scientists possess the capability to study individual neurons. The Brain Initiative.
During the Obama era, billions were poured into the Brain Initiative. It was marketed to us as the next great frontier of science. As an auditor at Bioelectric.Solutions, I have to ask, what exactly was being built? Investigating that umbrella term helps us to see the reality behind the branding. Today, we can clearly identify that the investments Obama had touched on in that address have matured into precision medicine. They're using nanotechnology, particles so small they cross the blood-brain barrier to deliver targeted treatments.
Really exciting. There's so many technologies that are advancing: the gene therapies, the CRISPR-Cas9, the small molecule precision medicines, increasingly developing drugs, medicines tailored to the individual based on their own genetic sequence. More and more, that's what medicine is going to be, the precision medicine.
When we look at what nanotechnology actually is, we see the engineering of matter at the atomic level. You, yourselves, we are an atomic mass. Many people choose to be seated with conductive nanoparticles for health, and they're making a free choice to adapt this method of healthcare. But what about the people who don't? Do you recall the findings of geoengineering watch Dane Wigington and his colleagues, where aluminum, barium, and strontium were found in the soil? High levels of arsenic and other materials have also been found in various parts of the world. At the atomic level, what does this mean for our biology?
Imagine tiny robots repairing your body from the inside. Welcome to the fascinating world of nanotechnology. This field is advancing rapidly and could revolutionize medicine and electronics. So what exactly is nanotechnology? It's the science of manipulating materials on a tiny scale, a billionth of a meter. This allows scientists to create new materials with remarkable properties. Nanotechnology could revolutionize medicine, with nanobots patrolling your bloodstream, fighting diseases, identifying and destroying cancer cells, or delivering drugs directly to specific cells with precision. In electronics, nanomaterials could lead to faster, more powerful devices, like advanced computers and smartphones with enhanced capabilities. Nanotechnology is transforming our world, one tiny particle at a time. The advancements are opening new possibilities and opportunities for groundbreaking innovation.
Stay curious. Is this a medical miracle or a surveillance state nightmare? See how fast the path can change? We move from the clinic to the clouds, and questions just come. It's exciting and possibly a little scary to uncover this much information in such a short amount of time. But I don't want to spend today talking about the serious environmental consequences here. Let's leave that to the professionals. I will say this: a loss of privacy seems dystopian and conspiratorial, but the reality is this is the future they're pushing. And what about the minuscule robots that can be hacked? Dimensionally, this means the signal isn't just outside of you anymore. Aluminum, strontium, and barium are prime conductors. Imagine your biofield possessing conductive materials. By filling the air with these metal particulates, which the USGAO calls mature technology, they have turned our atmosphere into a massive circuit board. If these nanoparticles inside us can be hacked or influenced, then brain fog isn't just a symptom, it is a system overridden by viruses. Now, let's pivot one more time. Down from the clouds and right into your living room, specifically into the hands of the next generation. Have you noticed the rise in sensory conflict and what the experts call behavioral issues in children? Look at the gaming industry. VR headsets and immersive platforms aren't just toys. They are neuromodulation tools. They use high-frequency signals to create immersion, but they also create something called vergence accommodation conflict. This isn't just eye strain, it's a technical rewiring of how the brain and eyes communicate. When a child has a meltdown after a session, is it a lack of discipline, or is that the child's bioelectric system hitting a critical limit? Think about it. They are breathing conductive metallic dust. They are seeded with nanoparticles from precision products, and they're strapped into a high-frequency interface while a 5G tower pulses outside. In vertical thinking, these are four separate problems. In dimensional thinking, we see it as one single integrated system. My goal for this Thinking for a Change series wasn't to give you a list of things to fear. Fear keeps us stuck in place. My goal was to give you the tools to see clearly so you can protect your own life and your health. When you realize the environment is being shifted in this way, your health is no longer a mystery. It becomes a choice. You can choose to be a passive observer of these changes, or you can choose to be a conscious protector of your home and your family. That is why we look at solutions like Aegis Guard, because they offer a way to find balance in an increasingly synthetic world. Let me tell you, I'm so grateful that you've been part of this dialogue with me. My brain's always moving towards the next deep dive, whether it's the fine details of the clinical data or how these atmospheric changes affect our day-to-day resilience. But I only want to build what truly helps the bioelectric.solutions community. So I'm polling you today. Do you guys want to go further? Are you ready to take these briefings into a full-scale masterclass? If so, shoot me an email at biofield@bioelectric.solutions. I want to thank you for your time, your curiosity, and your support for this community. I hope to hear from you.